The Hollywood sign was built in 1923. The sign was built to promote a new housing development in the Hollywood district. When it was built, the Hollywood sign read Hollywood Land. The housing development company contracted a local sign company to erect the 13 letters. The sign was made of wood and sheet metal. The letters were 30 feet wide and 50 feet high in white block letters. The completed sign had 4,000 light bulbs lighting it up. The sign alternated between flashing in successive segments of Hollywood Land and as a whole. Below the sign there was a searchlight to attract even more attention. At the time, the sign cost $21,000 to build. Surprisingly, the sign was only intended to last 18 months, but nearly 100 years later, the sign is still there. By the 1940s, the Hollywood sign had been left to deteriorate for many years, and in 1944, strong winds had only made things worse. The winds had completely knocked over the H. Local residents started to complain about the state of the sign. Many residents called the sign an eyesore and a detriment to the community, and they wanted the sign to be demolished. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce were the ones to save the sign and protested against the sign being demolished. The chamber entered into a contract with the City of Los Angeles Park Department to repair and rebuild the sign. If you were wondering what happened to the land part of the sign, it was a result of this contract from the Park Department, which stipulated that the land part be removed to spell Hollywood to reflect the district and not the Hollywood Land housing development. The demolishing of the land part of the sign and the restoration of the rest of the sign was completed in September 1949. The sign fell into further deterioration as the years went by, and by the 1970s, the sign had deteriorated to a point where the O had broken to resemble a lowercase u, and the third O had fallen down the hill completely. The sign was made of wood and sheet metal, making it at further risk of deterioration. In 1978, a public campaign to restore the landmark was started. Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy magazine, was one of the main celebrities supporting the campaign. As a result of the campaign, the chamber set out to replace the severely deteriorated sign with a more permanent structure. 9 donors donated over $27,000 each, totaling $250,000 to sponsor the replacement letters. The new sign had 9 donors, one for every letter. The new sign letters would be 45 feet tall and range from 31 to 39 feet wide. Some of the famous people who donated was Alice Cooper, Hugh Hefner, and Andy Williams. After the rebuilding of the sign in the late 1970s, the last time any work was completed on the sign was in 2012 when the sign was repainted. The Hollywood Sign Trust is responsible for maintaining the sign, and for the sign's 100th birthday, the trust has announced that restoration work will be done on the sign to repaint the sign and to clean soil from the sign, which can lead to rust if not removed. The sign has become a landmark for the Hollywood area of Los Angeles and the movie industry, as well as for the United States. The sign is recognized around the world.